What if your healthy morning routine is actually making you weaker? One small habit, done before breakfast, could be quietly stealing your balance, strength, and clarity. And for thousands of women over 60, it ends in the same place, the emergency room. Doctors have been warning about this for years, but too few women are hearing it in time. So today, I'm sharing 6 hidden morning habits that could slowly wreck your health, and what to do instead. And I want you to meet Linda. She's 67, lives in sunny Phoenix, and thought she had the perfect morning routine. Coffee by the window, a little news, then breakfast. Until one Tuesday, she blacked out in the kitchen. Her shoulder hit the kitchen counter so hard, she couldn't lift her arm for 2 weeks. All because of one habit she never questioned. And here's the scary part. You might be doing it too. If you, or someone you love, is over 60, this might be the most important video you'll watch this month. And stay with me, because habit number 6 is one even doctors forget to mention. It might be the single key to waking up stronger, clearer, and more balanced, starting tomorrow. Change just one of these, and you could feel the difference in just days. If you're still here, type 1 in the comments. That tells me you're not giving up on your health. You're ready to feel better, with one small change at a time. This isn't about fear. It's about choice. And tomorrow morning, you get to choose differently. Let's get started with the first habit doctors say could be putting your body at risk before you even get out of bed. Habit 1. Skipping water in the morning. Let me ask you something simple, but powerful. What's the very first thing you put into your body after waking up? For many women, just like Linda, the answer is coffee. And I get it. That warm cup by the window feels like peace, like comfort, like control. But what if I told you that one small habit might be the reason you wake up feeling foggy, achy, or even a little off balance? Because here's what most people don't realize. When you wake up, your body is already mildly dehydrated, even if you don't feel thirsty. And as we age, that thirst signal, it gets weaker. You feel fine, but then forget why you walked into the room, or reach for the counter just to steady yourself, and think, maybe this is just getting older. But it's not just age, it's dehydration. Dehydration can show up as fatigue, headaches, joint pain, even that foggy feeling you can't quite explain. One study found that even mild dehydration can affect memory, focus, and physical balance in older adults, all before breakfast. And that first comforting cup of coffee, it might be making things worse. Caffeine tells your body to release more water, even when you're already low. That's exactly what happened to Linda. Her morning dizziness, she thought it was just part of aging. Until one morning, she fainted. Turns out, mild dehydration had been quietly draining her for months. And the truth is, what happened to Linda happens to thousands of women every year, silently, slowly, until one day. It isn't so small anymore. But here's the good news. This is one of the easiest habits to fix, and one of the fastest to feel results from. Start your morning with a full glass of water, 8 to 12 ounces. Room temperature or warm. Plain is perfect. But if you want a gentle boost, add a slice of lemon or a pinch of sea salt. Lemon wakes up your digestion. Sea salt gives your cells trace minerals that help absorb water more efficiently. Some women feel a difference in just 30 minutes. More energy, clearer thinking, less joint pain. You might feel steadier on your feet. That mid-morning crash, it might not come at all. Here's a simple tip. Place a glass of water by your bed each night. So when you wake up, no decisions, no delay, just drink. Before the coffee, before the phone, before the noise. Because the first thing your body deserves each morning isn't caffeine, it's care. And you've cared for others your whole life. This is one simple way to care for you. You've poured into others. This week, it starts with pouring into a glass for you. If this hit home, share this video with a woman you care about. And don't forget to subscribe to Advice for Older People, your go-to space for simple, proven health tips after 60. That one word says, I choose to take care of me, starting now. And this next habit? It's one most people do within 30 seconds of waking up, without even thinking. Habit 2, checking your phone first thing. This tiny habit could be triggering your stress, fog, and fatigue before your feet even hit the floor. Let me ask you something. What's the first thing your hand reaches for after you open your eyes? For many of us, especially now, it's the phone. You check the time, a few texts, maybe the headlines. Just one swipe, then another, and suddenly, it's been 10 minutes and your mind is already racing. But here's what doctors want you to know. That first scroll might be quietly draining your focus, energy, and even your joy before the day begins. Here's why. When you wake up, your brain is in a sensitive state. It's called the alpha state, that quiet window between deep rest and full alertness. And in that moment, your mind is soft, open, absorbent. Whatever you feed it first, it sets the tone for your entire day. So if the first thing you see is stressful news, a complaint, an upsetting message, your stress hormones spike, your heart rate jumps, and instead of starting grounded, you're already on edge. And if you're over 60, your nervous system doesn't recover from early stress as easily as it used to. That's what happened to Margaret, 72. She told her doctor she felt anxious every morning, but no one asked when she picked up her phone. Turns out her harmless scroll was the first spark of anxiety every single day. And she's not alone. More and more doctors report older adults feeling scattered, anxious, even down. And when asked about their mornings, most say, I check my phone first thing. The first few minutes after waking are when your nervous system is most programmable. Use them wisely, and everything after gets easier. So, here's what I want you to try. Give yourself just 15 minutes. A small, phone-free window right after waking up. No screens, no messages, no headlines. Just space. Stretch. Sip water. Breathe. Sit by the window. Let your thoughts arrive before the world does. Because the first voice you hear in the morning shouldn't be the world shouting at you. It should be your own. You woke up early for the kids, for work, for loved ones. You've earned this quiet. Not because you need it, but because you finally can. Try it for just one morning and see how your whole day feels different. You may notice your breath feels deeper, your thoughts calmer, Even your coffee tastes better when it follows peace, not panic. And after a few days, you might realize your mornings finally feel like yours again. Drop peace in the comments if this feels like your next step. Then share this with a friend who could use calmer mornings, and tap subscribe for weekly tips that help women over 60 take charge of their day. That one word says, I'm starting my mornings with me. Coming up next, habit 3 is something that feels harmless, even healthy. But what you eat or skip within the first hour could quietly shrink your strength with every passing year. You don't want to miss this one. Habit 3. Skipping protein in breakfast. You may not feel hungry in the morning, but your muscles, they're starving. Ever wondered why that morning stiffness or fatigue lingers? Let's talk about breakfast, or maybe the lack of it. So many women I speak with say the same thing. I'm not really hungry in the morning. Or, I just have toast and coffee. That's enough for me. And I get it. After 60, appetite can change. Some days, food feels like an afterthought. But here's what most women don't know. Skipping protein in the morning could be quietly stealing your strength, your balance, and even your brain clarity. Let me explain. After 60, your body naturally begins to lose muscle. It's called sarcopenia, and it happens slowly, quietly, year after year, until one day, you stand up too fast and feel shaky. Your arms tremble carrying groceries that used to feel light. You avoid the stairs or grab furniture to steady yourself. But here's the hopeful part. Muscle loss isn't inevitable. You can slow it, even reverse it, with enough protein, especially in the morning. Why morning? Because your body's been fasting overnight. When you wake up, your muscles are like dry sponges, ready to soak up nutrients. Feed them protein in that first hour, and they respond. Your metabolism wakes up. Energy steadies. Muscle repair begins. Adding just 20 grams of protein to your breakfast can kickstart muscle repair, boost metabolism, and enhance mental clarity throughout the day. But when breakfast is just toast, a banana, or cereal, you're giving your body sugar, not strength. That's exactly what happened to Deborah, 69, from Ohio. She thought she was eating light with cereal and tea, but she kept feeling weak, dizzy, forgetful. Her doctor ran tests. Everything looked fine. Until a nutritionist asked, "What's your breakfast protein?" Deborah didn't know. She was averaging just 5 grams of protein before noon. Just 5 grams. That's all. No wonder she felt like her body was giving up. Once she added 2 eggs and some Greek yogurt, she said, I feel like I got 10 years of energy back. She started walking every morning again. Her hands stopped trembling when lifting groceries. She no longer needed to grip the wall when getting out of bed. Even her morning walks felt easier, like her body remembered how to move again. So, what does a protein-rich breakfast look like? It doesn't have to be complicated. 2 eggs with spinach and cheese, Greek yogurt with berries and chia seeds, a smoothie with protein powder, almond milk and nut butter, cottage cheese with peaches and walnuts. Even leftovers, chicken or tofu, and veggies can be perfect. Doctors recommend women over 60 get at least 20 grams of protein in the morning. 2 eggs and half a cup of Greek yogurt, you're there. Not ready for a full meal? Start small. Stir collagen peptides into your coffee. No taste. No fuss. Just strength. Because breakfast isn't just about eating. It's about fueling the body that's carried you this far. You've held others, lifted families, powered through decades. Your body is still showing up for you. You've spent years fueling others. Now it's your turn. Because nourishment isn't a luxury, it's a form of respect. Try it for 3 mornings and see what shifts. You might feel steadier, clearer, even lighter in spirit. If this helped, send it to someone who skips breakfast too often. And subscribe to Advice for Older People, because your mornings deserve fuel, not fatigue. Let's build a community of empowered women taking charge of their health and lifting each other up. If this helped you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a sister, a friend, or any woman you care about, because no woman over 60 should start her day without strength. Next, habit 4 isn't about food or phones. It's about the mirror and the silent words you whisper to yourself before the day even begins. And here's the surprising part. Your body listens to those words more than you think. Habit 4 might be the most emotional one yet. Habit 4. Negative self-talk in the mirror. The most hurtful words you'll hear today might come from your own reflection. You brush your teeth, wash your face, then glance up and sigh. Maybe you mutter, "Ugh, I look tired," or "I've let myself go." You pull at your skin, tilt your face under the light, wonder when things started to change. It feels small, but it quietly shapes how you carry the rest of your day. Negative self-talk, especially in the morning, can increase stress, lower self-esteem, and even impact your physical health. Older adults who constantly criticize themselves are more likely to feel tired, tense, and even experience more pain, especially on difficult days. And here's the surprising part. Your body listens to those words more than you think. Your shoulders tighten, your breath shallows. You feel more tired than you should. Your chest feels heavy, and you don't know why. But your body remembers that quiet insult you gave yourself at sunrise. That voice in your head, it sets the tone for your nervous system. Stress goes up, resilience goes down. And little by little, your mornings stop feeling like your own. But here's the hopeful part. You can change this narrative. Ready to shift the voice in your head? Try this. When you catch yourself thinking something harsh, pause. Then name that voice. Call it the judge or the perfectionist. That way, when the thought comes, you can say, "Ah, there she is again. But I don't have to believe her today." Then replace the thought. Instead of, "I look old," try, "This face has carried me through decades. I'm grateful to still be here." Barbara, 68, told me she hadn't smiled at her reflection in over 10 years until she tried this. You can also try something called the high five habit. Each morning, after you wash your face, give yourself a high five in the mirror. No words, just a gesture. It may feel silly, but over time, it can retrain your brain to meet yourself with warmth, not criticism. One day, you'll look in the mirror and smile without flinching. That's the moment everything begins to change, because after everything you've been through, you deserve kindness, especially from yourself. You've lifted others, encouraged others. Now, this is how you lift you. Try it for a week and notice what shifts. Lighter mornings, softer thoughts. A sense of peace that starts with you. Because peace doesn't just happen. It's something you choose. starting with the words you say to yourself. If you're ready to shift your inner dialogue, type kindness in the comments. That one word means I choose to speak to myself with compassion. And if you know a woman who needs to hear this today, send it her way. Because kindness starts with how we speak to ourselves and how we remind each other to do the same. Every woman deserves to look in the mirror and feel seen, not judged. Let's help each other get there. Coming up next, Habit 5 is one we've all been told is normal, but it may be quietly shrinking your strength every single day. Don't miss it. Habit 5, sitting too long without movement. You might think you're just taking it easy, but your body, it might be slowly shutting down, not overnight, but slowly, quietly. Until one day, you can't get back up as easily as you used to. Let me explain. After 60, we're told to rest more. Don't strain yourself. Take a seat. You've earned it. And yes, rest matters. Recovery is important. But too much sitting? It's not rest. It's erosion. And you weren't made to erode. You were made to move with purpose at any pace. When you sit for long stretches, hours at a time without moving, your circulation slows, your joints stiffen, your muscles weaken, even your brain gets less oxygen. Your back starts to ache. You forget why you walked into the room. You dread stairs, not because of pain, but because of effort. And over time, you start feeling foggy, sluggish, older than you actually are. That's exactly what happened to Elaine, 73, in Florida. She said, I felt like I was melting into the chair. The more I sat, the more I wanted to sit. I stopped going outside. I stopped moving at all. I felt invisible, even to myself. And she's not alone. Studies show older adults who sit for more than 8 hours a day without breaks have a much higher risk of muscle loss, balance issues, and even depression. But here's the hopeful part. You don't need a gym. You don't need to run laps. Just move a little, every 30 to 60 minutes. Stand, stretch, march in place for 60 seconds. Roll your shoulders. Circle your ankles. Do 5 gentle squats by the counter. Each move says, I'm choosing to stay alive, not just exist. It seems simple, but those tiny movements, they signal your body, I'm still here. I still need this body strong. Here's a tip. Set a gentle alarm on your phone every hour. Label it, Get Up for You. Because this isn't about exercise. It's about reminding your body you're still using it. Carol started doing this. Just one stretch break an hour. Within a week, she said, I could feel my legs again. My mind felt clearer. Even standing to make tea felt like reclaiming part of herself. Movement is more than health. It's hope. Every time you stand, you're telling your body, I'm not done. I'm still here. And I still matter. You've carried others through life. You've stood strong for decades. You haven't lost your strength. It's still there, waiting to be reawakened. Now, it's time to stand for yourself. Try this for 3 days and tell me what changes. Your story might be the reason another woman stands up tomorrow. And if you're ready to move more, type STAND in the comments. That one word means I'm still showing up for me. One step, one stretch at a time. Coming up next, habit 6 might be the most surprising of all. It's something you do or don't do within the first hour of your day. You may think it's harmless, but skipping this one thing could be silently draining your clarity, mood, and even your sleep. Let's talk about it next. Habit 6. Staying inside. All morning. It feels harmless. You wake up, tidy up, make some coffee, maybe check your messages, and before you know it, it's 11 a.m. and you haven't stepped outside. Seems small, right? But small patterns, done daily, shape how you age. Staying indoors all morning, especially day after day, could be quietly shrinking your strength, stealing your sleep, and clouding your mood. Let me explain. Your body runs on something called a circadian rhythm. It's like your internal clock. And what sets that clock each day? Light, natural light. When you step outside in the morning, even for just a few minutes, that sunlight sends a powerful signal to your brain. Wake up, energize, balance hormones, boost mood. But when you stay inside, your body gets confused. Cortisol rises. Melatonin gets delayed. You feel wired at night, sluggish during the day. That's what happened to Nancy, 70, in Oregon. She told me, I kept waking up at 2 a.m., and I didn't know why. Then my daughter said, Mom, when's the last time you went outside before noon? Turns out, Joyce hadn't had direct morning light in weeks. She started stepping outside for 10 minutes every morning. Not power walking, not exercising, just standing by the porch, letting her face feel the sun. She said it felt like her body exhaled for the first time in weeks. It was as if the morning light gently peeled away the fog that had settled in her mind. Within a week, her sleep got deeper. Her mood lifted, and mornings didn't feel so heavy anymore. And here's the best part. You don't need sunshine. Even cloudy light works, as long as it's natural daylight. It helps reset your rhythm. Try this. Step outside within 30 minutes of waking. Just 5 to 10 minutes is enough. No sunglasses. Let your eyes take in the light naturally. No phone. Just breathe. Stretch. Let the day greet you. Can't go outside? Sit by a bright window. Open it if you can. Let fresh air and daylight in. Because the rhythm of your body is asking for light. And when you give it, it gives back. Better sleep, brighter mood, steadier energy. Morning sunlight doesn't just wake you up. It calibrates your internal clock, stabilizes your mood, and sets the tone for a restful night ahead. You've spent years lighting the way for others. Now it's time to start your day in the light too. Try this for 5 mornings and tell me what you feel. Lighter sleep, fewer afternoon crashes, less irritability. It's subtle, but powerful. If this spoke to you, share it, tag a friend, and hit subscribe to get gentle, actionable health tips from Advice for Older People every week, right when you need it. That one word means I choose to begin each day with energy, clarity, and care. And if this series helped you, share it. Tag a friend. Send it to a sister. Post your favorite habit, because no woman should have to guess how to feel better after 60. We've spent a lifetime showing up for others. Now, let's show up for each other. Final thoughts. The 6 habits that quietly shape your mornings after 60. Every morning is a new chance, but sometimes it's the smallest habits that quietly shape how we feel, how we age, and how we show up in the world. Let's recap. 6 simple habits, small on the surface, but powerful in the long run. Skipping water, first thing, leaves you foggy, stiff, and dehydrated before breakfast. Grabbing your phone right away floods your mind with noise before your own voice gets a chance. Skipping protein at breakfast starves your muscles, weakens your balance, and steals your clarity. Criticizing yourself in the mirror sets the tone for self-doubt before the day even begins. Sitting too long without moving tells your body to shut down when it still has so much left to give. Staying indoors all morning throws off your rhythm, mood, and sleep without you realizing it. Maybe you saw yourself in one, maybe in all 6. So have thousands of women until they made just one small shift. Here's what I want you to remember. You are not broken. You are not too late. And you are absolutely not alone. Every small choice you make today is a step towards strength, clarity, and confidence. You don't need a complete overhaul. You don't need anyone's permission to feel better. You only need a beginning. So, just pick one habit, one glass of water, one step outside, one kind word in the mirror. Change doesn't start big. It starts consistent. And no matter your age, you still have permission to feel better, stronger, more like you. If anything in this series spoke to you, drop a comment below. Type the habit you're starting. Type the habit you're starting and comment, "I choose me." Then share this with someone who needs it today. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to Advice for Older People for more powerful, easy-to-follow health tips every week. You deserve mornings that feel like yours again. If this helped you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone you love, because every woman deserves mornings that feel like her own again. Start tomorrow with a deep breath, a glass of warm water, and a reminder: you deserve care. Thank you for being here with me on Advice for Older People. This is the place where your experience matters, your health is honored, and your next chapter is just getting started. I'm proud of you, and I'll see you in the next one.